But if I have one shot at you, the secret place, trust me, it's the most paramount, the most important thing you'll ever do in every day of life is that right there. I feel His presence even now, you know, and nobody sees that. Nobody, the most important thing I ever do every day of my life, nobody even sees. You don't get a pat on the back. You don't need it. You love Him, you know, and real quick, it's not a legalistic thing, you see. And also, if you miss it and drop the ball, which all of us have, God's not upset at you and just, I can't, you know, He's loving, He's good. You just pick back up and keep pursuing. He's a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him. We're kind of losing this aspect some. His eyes run to and fro throughout the earth, looking for hearts fully after His. Jeremiah 29:13. Everybody loves verse 11. I know this future I have for you, you know, to prosper in future and all this hope and blessing. But 2 verses later, He says, you'll find me, comma, when you seek me with all of your heart. And I'm telling you guys that there's a lot of people too I've seen stop short because they're not seeking all out. And God will meet you where you're at. The depth at which you hunger is the depth at which you'll be filled. And hunger, you know how it comes? You keep eating. And the more you eat, the more hungry you become. You just force feed. And then you're like, oh my goodness, it's not legalism, trust me. It's not some like, well, let me check off the list today. It's like, I can't wait to pull away again in the grocery store. Jesus, I need you. You know, I can't wait to get away again. I need your voice. I don't even care what you have to talk about, really. Just speak. Your voice is life to me. You know, Peter's like, look, you have the words to eternal life. We got nowhere else to go. So it's His presence and His voice. You know, Old Testament, Moses says, if your glory doesn't go with us, we're not going anywhere. They had it figured out. His presence and His voice, you know. And so, however that looks, and I love the early practical, just talking practically now, I love the early hours in the morning before the sun like Jesus did, but that often doesn't work for some people, and that's okay. But however you have to do it, I mean, take your calendar, because the enemy too, if he can't get you, you know, doing that, he'll get you busy in the ministry things, doing a lot of good stuff if he can just get you away from Jesus. You follow me? And you can do both. You can stay busy, Jesus, and they would miss meals because of the gospel and the kingdom, and He gets busy, but never to neglect Him. He's the life-giving source of everything. And so, you know, you just take your calendar and look at what you can pull out, kind of move aside and put in Jesus to be with Him, you know? And obviously all the aspects of prayer we won't go into, but just trust me, guys, intimacy. You guys relating? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's the highest priority in life, and that's not where all the, you know, glitz and glamour. It's real easy in corporate settings to stay motivated. You follow me? But who can shut the door in the closet behind them and lock away on a consistent basis? Nobody's watching, and you're not trying to, you know, get, you know, brownie points with anybody, and it's not even ministry based. When I started out, ministry wasn't even on the radar. I was just like, oh my goodness, I love Jesus, you know. I came out of the world. We get to know each other a little bit. This is my first time, and at the age of 20, and I'm 23 now. I'm messing with y'all. I was just seeing who's listening. Yeah, you know, you see all these gray hairs and everything. So I'm 38, and I was really out there to the age of 20, and met Jesus, you know, and it was like, oh my goodness, when I met Jesus, it was just, He was everything to me. I just didn't know you could experience peace and joy, like His presence was everything. And I would even skip out on like college church group meetings and stuff because I just wanted Him. And it's not like I was not social. His presence, I was just learning it. And the Word was coming alive. You know, it's just everything to me. And so that's just how it started. There wasn't really ministry on the radar, and just became so infatuated with His presence. Shortly after, we went off to Bible school and went from there. But just want to encourage you guys, because sometimes you get busy, doors start opening up, ministry's going, and you're seeing fruit, but it never changes. You know, the first priority is always knowing Him intimately. You know what I mean? And abiding, and you have to really like almost militantly protect that. Just trust me. It may not make sense now because a lot of our schedules may not be as busy, but you have to, on purpose, prioritize things.